Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. This is my second video. I have just finished the one for Happy Meal I got from Emma. Because I'm still here, I'm doing it straight after that video. As you can see, still got the same cup of tea here. I'm going to drink some of it before it gets cold. I'll put it down on there because I've got some things on the other side of my computer table here that I need to take off. Just a little bit what I've been doing with my knitting. I'll take this, how far I've got with the blanket. I'll unfold it. I'll put it in the bag where I keep the balls of wool. As you can see, it's quite the size. It now measures 23 and a half inches. So I have another 6.5 inches to do and it'll be finished. And it's not many rows for that because there's not many rows to the inch. I know I've got less than 30 rows to do and it's finished. So I'll put that one down. I'm busy sorting out what I have been knitting and what I haven't been knitting. That one down. And this is Rhiannon's cardigan so far. You put the pieces in the right order. So that's the back and the two fronts. I'm trying to move my table around because it's getting too much light off the window. It's making the video bright. So that's the back and the two fronts I've got done. So I just have the sleeves to do and then the finishing touches to the 22 inch, and then I'll be doing the 24 inch for Rhiannon. And I came in last night and I actually done a little bit of my own. You can see that I've put the marker in there where I had got where I'd started the armholes. And if you remember when I told you about this one, I was originally going to do cable and pattern, and when you do cable you do need extra stitches because of, well, like this one here, I had to put extra stitches on because of how the cable pulls in. Only I changed my mind after I started it, didn't I, and forgot I had all those extra stitches on, so it was going to come out too wide. So I decided to cast off. I normally cast off 6 stitches at the armhole, so I decided I'm casting off 12 stitches at the armhole at each side. And when I come to do the front, I'm going to cast on the stitches without those extra 6 stitches. So this had 127 stitches on, so when I do the front it'll only have 115 stitches, and I won't be casting off any stitches at the armhole because I've already got the 6 stitches cast off here. In this bit, well, I've seen it's the other way, it's going to be, turn it round, it's going to come in a little bit like that because of the extra stitches I cast off. So the front is going to be narrower than the back, and that's how I'm working out how I've made the mistake of all those extra stitches that I put on for the back. It'll bring it in a bit more, but I'll have the same number of stitches for going up to do the shaping up here as what I had on the back. That's how I worked it out. So I decided when I came in for my bingo last night, I had a diversion again, and I was really annoyed, and I thought, I'm not going to start knitting anything with any pattern on, I'll do a little bit of my own. So I got a little bit, and as you can see, that's the marker there. So I think I'm up to about 6 inches. I probably have about another couple of inches to do to get up to the shoulders to finish it. So I'm going to persevere and do that one because it's been on the needles too long. That one and one other one I've got in my bag as well. I'll put that one down. The little bit wools fell on the floor there. Oh, well, I'll pick it up after. But I went to my bingo last night And I did check up on the we never won anything, me and my friend, where we were out of luck last night and have a little bit drink, which doesn't please my friend at all. I'm not bothered, I just enjoy the evening, you know, but she gets a little bit upset when she doesn't win. She keeps saying, hey Sheila, when are we going to have some more luck? Say, well, you know, you can't expect to win every time, man. But anyway, I looked up on the road workings and that on the internet for the area that I go to, because there's been a road closed and I've had to go through a diversion the last couple of weeks. Well, I went through all the diversions and things that I could find on the internet for where I was going for the road. I think it's a 1056, the road that I go through. Well, I come to this road, it's called Sandy Lane, and that's the road that's been blocked off the last couple of weeks. And I've just been, the diversion takes me sort of, like, the only way I can describe it is, when I go along Sandy Lane, it goes up like this, cross over roundabout, up, cross over another roundabout, up another roundabout, and it's a straight, more or less a straight road all the way down till I come to Backworth, and then I turn right and I'm going on to a little estate that leads to my estate, and that's it. I'm home, you know. But this diversion, this is my roads going up here, this diversion takes you all the way up like this and around and up and back down again. And that really annoys me. It takes so long to get home. So I looked up on the internet, and according to the internet, the road that's been closed called Sandy Lane, it's not closed, it's open. And it did say, they had signs up saying it was up to April the 11th, I think, that the road would be closed until then. Of a night time, just of a night time, they couldn't close it during the day. So I thought, well, great, it's going to be open. So I'm driving down, I come to the start of the road and there was no signs of anything. Oh, the road's open. So drives all the way down to the big island at the bottom, where once I get on this island, it's more or less going straight across, but you go around like that and straight up like that. Only wasn't it blocked? There was 2 roads. I think there's about 5 roads all the way around this island that you can take off. And there was only one to the left. And they're saying the diversion, I had to go on this diversion, and this diversion, I've never been up this road before. I would have, if I was going up that way normally, I would have to have my sat-nav on because I wouldn't know where I was going. It's a place I've never been before. But there's diversion signs, so I'm following the diversion signs. A really long road. It seemed to take ages to come to there's a big roundabout, and I could see this roundabout was heading up to this roundabout up Cramlington, where this other diversion was taking me to, and I am not going that way. Surely there's other ways to get home from there. So I come to this big island, and the diversion sign was to go left. Well, that's left, that's going even further away from where I live. So I thought, I'm going all the way around this island. I'm going to look at, even if I've got to go around it twice, I'm going to look at, because it is a big, one of those big islands with the traffic lights, and you have to be in the right lane when you're going round and all that. I thought, I'm just seeing one of the middle lanes and I'm going round. I'm going to look at the signs all the way around. And I seen a sign that said Tynemouth, and that's where I'm going. So I took that sign, took where that sign said, and I went down that road and so far along, and then I went off onto a slip road because he still wasn't sure where I was going. So I took a slip road off down onto a little estate somewhere, and I pulled in and put my sat-nav on. And I knew I was far enough away from the A1, because my sat-nav, if I'm anywhere near the A1, it doesn't matter where I'm going, it takes me to the A1. I thought I was far enough away from the A1 for the sat-nav to take me my own way. And it did. It took me through a place called Seaton Delaval, which is not far from where I live. And I just followed the sat-nav all around there. So instead of getting home about, usually get home for about 10:10 if there's no diversions or anything. So it was about 20 to 11 by the time I got home. And I was really annoyed. But at least I don't know how long these diversions are going on, but they're going to be the death of me, these diversions, because I get so annoyed when I have to go around them. But anyway, by the time I got in and I made myself a drink and sat down, a couple of biscuits and drink of some hot chocolate and that, and I thought, well, I know when I'm in a bad mood, I'm not going to knit anything with a pattern on because I'll make mistakes. So I picked up my own sweater. That was why I picked up my own sweater and thought I'll do a little bit of that. And so I got a little bit of that done, and that made me, it gave me the willpower to do a bit more of my own knitting. So I'm going to do a bit of that today and try and get that back finished. But I'm almost finished that blanket, so I do have to try and get that finished because it has got to go to the United States. And Dagry did say that the babies were due in May. I'm not sure when abouts in May, but she does want me to do a cardigan for the big sister as well, who I've knit for before, and I think it's the same little girl who's probably about 3 years old now. I think she was about just over a year old, I think, when I first made anything for her. So I'll have to sort that out as well and try and get them all posted off so she gets them in plenty time for the baby's arrivals, the twins. So anyway, that's just a little bit extra today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.